So what happens when I touch something? That nerve end gives the information to my brain. Let's understand this end and this end. This end is everywhere in the body. Every end of this is I. Every end of my nerve is I. And the brain which sense that yes, I touched here, touch here, the sensation which came, that brain is also I.
It's everywhere.
It's bigger I. Bigger I. So similarly, everybody, every animal, every bird, everything in the universe is the end of the nerve. This is one universe within a universe, but you can say that every end of the universe is everywhere and it is touching one brain. Which is that brain is separate from the body? It cannot be separate from the body. Are you getting this point? So there is only one brain. Similarly, we all are connected in a very similar way to that nerve. Now, can you call this as separate and that as separate? They are two ends. You cannot say. But because we are not seeing that, see what we are doing, we are catching up one corner and we are living with that one corner. Okay, this is what, either sukha or dukha, they are both ends. But we hold on to sukha and we say this is what I want to be with. Or we hold on to dukha and we say this is how I want to be. But we do not see one. When I do not see whole as one, I am dividing it as two. I am going to suffer. So if I hold to the sukha, I am going to suffer. And if I hold to the dukha, I am going to suffer. Because they are not separate. They are all linked together. So sukha, dukha are not different, they are same. Let's take another thing, sight. Whatever we see, third sense is sight. Whatever we are seeing, is it there?
At times.
It's there? Where? Is it there? Where is it?
In our mind.
Huh? It's a picture in your mind or it's an object over there?
Or you see the brain sees the image which the eye looks on the brain. So finally the brain sees the picture. It's not the eyes which see, actually the brain which sees.
It's
but
not.
It's physically there.
It's physically there, but for you there is an image only.
Yeah.
This image.
That image center in the brain is killed. That part is
So
dead. Even with your eyes, the rays are still going, light still goes in, we still don't see.
So are you seeing that because of light or because of the object?
Light.
The light which reflects from.
Yeah. So what you are seeing is a light. Now let's see the game of black and white. There is a wall which is full white. How do you see the wall as? How do you see a wall as? Plain white. Positive or negative? Very positive. Now there is a wall which is black, a blackboard, huge blackboard. It is just black. How do you see that?
If I am a teacher, I love a blackboard also.
No, that is fine. You see it as a positive or negative?
See, black is black.
Black is black, but is it positive or negative? There is a blackboard, a black wall. Will you paint your house wall black? Why you won't paint?
Black is not considered.
It absorbs all the light, doesn't reflect back. So if I want brightness, light in my room, I have to paint it in colors which will reflect the light back.
But otherwise, suppose if it's
Otherwise my room will become very dark.
It's depressing also.
it's
Black is depressing.
yeah, it's negative.
Yeah.
That is how we see normally.
No, but when I see a girl in a little black dress, it's more appealing. Black is more appealing.
No man.
But
in
the
a black
object
dress.
is different. the
But still,
wall
black is black.
No, black is black. What he's saying is
A
right.
little black dress, I love it.
Black car.
Yeah, black car is beautiful.
It's a,
You
it's
have a
a
black Merc or a...
yeah, it's a style statement. Black car. Now, if we see a black board and a white dot in it, how you will see? दाग लगा है उसके ऊपर कि उसके ऊपर रोशनी आ गई है, पॉजिटिविटी आ गई है, उसके ऊपर पॉजिटिविटी आ गई, how will see?
positive
Spot है.
negative.
So we need self nirma at that time. Now, if you see a white wall and a black dot, what you will think?
तब तो जरूर दाग लगा है।
Now, which is positive and which is negative?
On the black, white being there is positive.
Black,
On the black wall, white being there is positive.
Positive,
That is
yeah.
What I would
Perfect.
first.
perfect. And a white board and a black dot is negative.
I would
It is
say that
spoiling.
the negative is surrounded by positiveness.
The negative is surrounded by positive. Yes. Any other views?
There is nothing as positive.
It's on the way you see it.
Yeah. It is a conditioning.
No, but there is nothing.
There is
don't
nothing.
see it as
Yeah.
negative.
There is nothing. There is no black and no white. There is nothing. It is your training. You have been told that this black is negative and this white is positive, and you see with your trained eyes that this is negative and this is positive. It doesn't matter. Only thing, what reason he gave that it doesn't reflect. That's why we avoid it. Otherwise, it will give darkness.
So it's like but हम छोटा बच्चा जब होता है and हम वो खिलौने दिखाते हैं, बच्चे को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कलर, वो तो ऐसे ही खुश हो रहा है, ये रेड है, ये ग्रीन है, ये ब्लैक है, तो मतलब हम खुश हो रहे कलर्स देखकर, बच्चे को तो कुछ
कुछ
नहीं पता।
बच्चे को कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ता है।
उसको
बाद में
ब्लैक
जब
भी दिखाओ तो भी हंसेगा,
हंसेगा।
कलरफुल भी दिखाओ तो
तो
भी
भी
हंसेगा।
हंसेगा, क्योंकि बच्चे को बाद में आप कलर सिखाओगे तो फिर कलर देख के
That is
हंसेगा।
what we said, na? You have been told.
You have been told. We are conditioned. We are conditioned that we see black and it's bad and it doesn't matter. But is that black and white, the black big and the white dot was negative, or is that black big and white dot and white big and black dot was negative? Which one was negative? Both can be negative.
Yeah, that it's on the
Because
way you
without the
think.
negative there won't be a positive. So both can be negative and both can be positive, how you see it. So negative cannot go without positive and positive cannot be there without negative. They both have to be there. Because if somebody tells you this is a negative thought, remove it and all, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because you cannot remove it. It's a part. As a whole, both are there and both are wonderful, equally wonderful. You have to hold your center. That is very important. Let's go to the next one. The taste. Raw food. Now what is the taste? What is the sense? See, every sense there is a learning. So I am just expanding every sense so we understand. And the taste. क्या होता है? What is taste? Are we taste? Are we sight? So sight is, we are not sight. We are not hearing also. We are not touch also. Now are we taste?
Everything constitutes.
But then what is the taste?
Taste gives us pleasure.
Pleasure?
Yeah.
Yes. Taste is a pleasure. But where is the taste? कहाँ पे है taste? खाने में है कि ज़बान पे है?
Zaban per mind and the tongue.
तो माइंड में है कि टंग पे है?
Mind.
So it's again like a
It's the
sense.
same like the sight, no?
Yeah, it's same like the size, it is same like the touch. So, and only area you have is, I think, the first 5 inches of the tongue or 6 inches,
First,
3-4 inches.
Each part is different. Like
Different,
one is
yeah.
one
Taste
is sweet,
buds.
one
Taste
is.
buds.
So it's only in the 4 to 5 inches of the tongue,
Yeah.
first 4 to 5 inches of the tongue. After that, there is no taste.
taste buds होते हैं.
But after that, there is what? After once it goes in, the food goes in. What is that? Digestion, processing. So processing is more important than eating. How do we handle? How do we help the process to become easy? Chewing.
well,
Chew well and gulp it. Yes, chew well, and then what?
Eat within limits.
Yes, very much. Yeah, yeah, very important. Very important. Eat within limits. What else?
And not oily or.
Eat right.
Right.
Eat right. So you have to eat, which helps the process to become easy. Now, what is process? Now we are comparing the process with life.
Process
journey.
of life.
Life,
The
the journey. So what is process? How do we handle our process? Again, we hold on to one thing. We like this taste, and I'll have this, and we have this in a quantity, and we don't like this, and here comes the likes and dislikes, and we live according to our likes and dislikes, and we again come to the place where the unhappiness it becomes prominent. So in short, we are not okay with something, with one end, and we are okay with another end, and wherever we are okay with, not okay with the center, we are going to suffer. Are we pranas? How many pranas we have? We have five pranas, different pranas, and every prana is related to one of the energy centers in the body. One prana is going in, one prana is going out, one prana is the prana which gets the prana upstairs, helps the prana to bring upwards, one prana which helps the prana to spread all around, and like that there are different kind of pranas, and every prana works on, every energy works on our breathing. So are we these 5 pranas? Are we breath? You are breath?
Individually कुछ नहीं है, सब में लगे.
No, सब मिला के है, मगर are we breath? We are not breath too, because pranas are there, they are part of us. Now whatever we are sharing, this is not us, this is not us, is everything which is within us and which is without us also. This everything is within us and without us also. So we are trying to relate the senses as a universal senses, not as individual senses, as a universal. Everything is universal. So we are not pranas also. What has happened? A guy is standing and he hasn't seen a cat in his life, and he sees a cat coming out of the door for the first time. Now he sees that cat comes out and he sees his face coming out, and he's surprised to see the cat, and slowly when the cat fully comes out, he sees a tail coming out, and he's so excited. After some time, cats take around and again she goes back in the door. Now when he sees the cat going, he sees the mouth going first and then slowly the tail vanishing inside. What was the guy thinking when he sees the cat for the first time?
What is the guy now?
Thinks.
Nothing.
He saw the cat for the first time, coming out like this and going in. What does he think?
What type of a creature is this?
Huh?
What type of
Yeah,
a
what
creature?
kind of creature is this? What is the second question?
it called?
Yes. What is it called?
Maybe some sort of curiosity.
Yeah.
More curious to know about it.
Mhm. So what he will think? That if the cat is there, now if something like this, in this form, it is there, this thing has to come first and that thing has to come after that. पूंछ बाद में आती है, पहला मुंह ही आएगा. कैट रिवर्स में नहीं चल सकती, उसके दिमाग में होगा कि कभी भी ऐसा. नाउ ही विल काउंट पूंछ एज अ सेपरेट एंड माउथ एज अ सेपरेट, दैट ये पहले और ये बाद में, नॉट एज वन यूनिट. He is not thinking as a one unit. The tail comes later and the face. Not the cat is coming out and cat is going in. Cat is a one unit. Because right now we know cat and I am putting that word cat. That's why we see it as one unit. But otherwise somebody who is new and he sees a cat, so he will see the mouth coming, the face coming out, and then the tail, and then the tail mouth going in. So his image is always this first and that last. But the cat cannot exist without the tail, and the tail can't be there without the face. So the whole, now this is how we see the life as. We see only the dukhas. We see one part of the life. We see only the dukha and we see this is the life. How many of us we think that this is how? How many of you think that world is very bad?
It's very
Bad.
bad.
दुनिया खराब हो गई है. देखो रेप हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है. How many people you feel that world is bad? Obviously, most of us feel like that. The world has become bad.
If you read the newspaper and see the news on the TV, you feel that
Why do we see the world as a bad element? The bad thing.
What you think you feel?
What do you think you feel? Yes, but why do you?
Think know that the world is good, so I feel good.
But is the world good or is the world bad? And if it is bad, why do you think it is bad?
World is world.
No, whatever, whether I think it is good or I think it is bad, both are my conditioning.
Right, exactly, that's me.
Even if I think it is good, it's my conditioning.
Everything
If I
goes
think it is bad, again it's my
according to your will
conditioning.
and wishes, it is good. If anything goes against your will and wishes,
Again,
it
it's
is
like
bad.
a blackboard and a dot.
It's like a blackboard and it's like a cat. You see the face and this is how it is. You are conditioned to see it, basically. But there is no good and bad. People behavior is bad, but we only see that much part because we are not exposed to the world. Because world is not only what you see in the newspaper, what you see in the TV, but you will be able to see a much bigger world within you, the complete universe within you. Forget the world part. Now, because we do not see, now if you see yourself, do you have more bad things in you or more good things in you?
Person, I don't know what he's feeling. Means I feel I'm good. Means I'm just telling
More good than the bad.
Huh?
No, I'm not going to pick up. I feel yes, but I don't know. Even if I'm doing something good, how that other perceives that good as it might.
But
perceive as bad.
do you think when you are doing good, do you think that what is other person thinking?
No.
You don't think.
Because recently some has come to my mind because I always do because I feel it is good, nice and it makes me feel good about that doing that thing for someone. I do it. But now someone pointed out to me that is not right, so I don't know. But I will not stop doing what I feel is good or right.
But how anybody can decide what we are doing? is good or
Yeah,
bad?
that is
Nobody can decide.
No one can
See,
decide. that.
within you, what is there? My question was within you.
Satisfaction we get when we feel that we are doing something
Yeah.
good. It's good.
It's good. Yeah.
सर ज़्यादा तो खराब है.
If you have a stress, how many of you have stress? You have stress? You have stress. So how many hours you have stress?
When I think about the whatever is giving me stress, for that period I am
So when you are not in love, you are stressed. When you are not in love, you are stressed. And how many hours you are not in love? The day you say, I do not have stress, you are realized. There is nothing good and bad. Love has got nothing to do with good and bad. It's just there. Anything good and bad, as he said, it is perception. We think this is good, we think this is bad, because if there is good and bad, it is conditioning. But if there is a stress, you lack love within. Now, will you get that love from outside?
Only if we love others.
Hmm?
Only if we love others.
That's the second level. You cannot love anybody. First, you have to fill yourself with love.
First love yourself.
Yeah, you cannot give love till then.
If you love yourself, you can love others.
Huh. Because first you have to fill up yourself with love. So that is what the complete process of life is.
So I have a question.
Please.
आपने शुरू में बोला लव टू पर्सन से नहीं होता है. That
We'll come to that.
Yeah,
Last
you
week.
had said.
Last week. We'll come to that. How many people you need to do love? कितने लोग चाहिए? कोई नहीं चाहिए.
only if we love ourselves, only myself.
आप ही चाहिए उधर. और जब दूसरा भी आप हो जाएगा तभी प्रेम होगा, नहीं तो प्रेम नहीं होगा. This is the reason that we are not all this. This is the reason we the old saints, they came out with to reject everything. The neti neti neti. Not this, not this. So I am not the senses, I am not the dhatus, I am not the pranas, I am not this, I am not this. And if you are not all this, then what you are? I am not a color, I am not the weight, I am not the size, I am not the position, I am not the direction. Then what you are? If you are nothing, then what you are left with?
Nothing.
Left with nothing. So can you say that you are nothing? No?
And something.
So that is emptiness.
Huh?
That is emptiness.
So are you empty?
No, not at this state.
Huh?
That is samadhi.
How much?
Samadhi also you are not empty.
See, I tell you something.
No, उसमें feeling
Listen, one thing, that we have made the samadhi a very big issue out of nothing. You are in samadhi state, you are not aware. As simple. What is the difference between a person who is jagrut, who is awakened, and person who is not awakened? What is the difference between these two people?
One is aware that he is.
Yeah, one is not aware, that's all. But both are jagrut. One is aware, one is not aware, that's all. So you do not have to think that I have to go to some state to become this. You cannot become anything than what you are. You are complete whole. The people who tell you you are incomplete, he wants something from you. He thinks that he can complete you. He wants to become a Baba, Guru or something. He thinks that he has some power and he can bless you, now you can become complete. So always be careful that people who tell you that aap mein kami hai. You are complete. You are not aware, that's all. Only thing, look for awareness. Don't look for anything else in life. Just be aware. So when there is nothing left, there is only one thing which is there in awareness, is Sat Chitananda. Sat is existence. You exist as nothing. You are aware as nothing. And you are blissful as nothing. That is Sat Chit Ananda. That is what is left. And that is what you are. Now what is Sat Chit Ananda? As nothing, what is it? In simple words, we can say it's an order. Or it's an order. Order is something which is there, which is aligned. O-R-D-E-R. Something which is aligned. Something which is there and still not there. What is the other end of order? Disorder. What do we call that disorder?
The world.
The world is order. World itself is order. Disorder. A chance. There can be a chance or there can be order. In life, we are always looking for the chances. Everywhere we are looking for the chances. Chance to learn, chance to make money, chance to beat somebody, chance to overcome, chance to become a winner. Everywhere looking for the chances. And when we fail over there, we feel unhappy. Because we do not understand over there, because we hold on to the chances and we want to be winner, always become a winner. We always hold on to the chances. The other side is order. We do not balance both. It is again the two ends. One is black and one is white. One is yes and one is no. In the center, that's what is you. We do not balance this, and that's why we suffer. This order, what do we call this order? We call it God. Now when we fail in the chances, we use the order. Order is there to blame. That because of him it didn't happen.
I'm transferring my responsibility to God.
Because there is nobody.
आपको करना था नहीं किया.
नहीं किया. And that is how the life we are living. And when, if we do not go to God, then where do we go? We go to a guru. We go to a guru. When the chance fails, we go to a guru.
You walk up. You walk.
No, I am not a guru. I am a friend. So then we go to a religion to get the answer. And everywhere you will get one thing is a promise, which is there, but it is never there. A promise which is there, but it is never there. Because he doesn't have a power to fulfill your promises. Nobody has a power. Nor even Krishna had a power to fulfill. He will guide you. He guided Arjuna. He could have fought the war himself, but he guided Arjuna. Okay, this is how you go. So at that time, it is said that Guru comes to